को गुलशन की जवानी किसने दी? वो हो यकता कुदरत भी यकता, वो हो यकता कुदरत भी यकता, यकता है मेरा अल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। दिल को अगर चमकाना हो तो कर लो जिक्र इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। अल्लाह 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 अल्लाह। सोचो जरा फिरऔन के घर में मूसा को किसने पाला? गौर करो मछली की शिकम में यूनुस को किसने पाला? पहले आग में डाला और फिर आग को फूल किसने किया? उसके नाम के गुण गाते हैं, उसके नाम के गुण गाते हैं इब्राहिम खलीलुल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। दिल को अगर चमकाना हो तो करना जिक्र इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। अल्लाह 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 अल्लाह। दिल को अगर चमकाना हो तो कर लो जिक्र इल्लल्लाह।
ख्वाब गफलत पढ़ लो।
ख्वाब गफलत में सोए हुए मोमिनो, ख्वाब गफलत में सोए हुए मोमिनो, ऐश व इशरत बढ़ाने से क्या फायदा? आँख खोलो उठो याद रब को करो, उम्र यूं ही गवाने से क्या फायदा? आँख खोलो उठो याद रब को करो, उम्र यूं ही गवाने से क्या फायदा? अपने रब को जवानी में भूला है तू, अपने रब को जवानी में भूला है तू, और ताकत के बूटे पे फूला है तू। जब जवानी डलेगी तो पछताएगा, ऐसे रोने रुलाने से क्या फायदा? आँख खोलो उठो याद रब को करो, उम्र यूं ही गवाने से क्या फायदा? था हुकूमत काफिरों को भी नशा, था हुकूमत काफिरों को भी नशा, जुल्म पर जुल्म खल्कत पे करता रहा। जुल्म व खलकत पे करता रहा। जब समंदर में डूबा तो कहने लगा, जब समंदर में डूबा तो कहने लगा, इस हुकूमत को पाने से क्या फायदा। आंख खोलो उठो याद रब को करो, उम्र यूं ही गंवाने से क्या फायदा। ख्वाब गफलत में सोए हुए मोमिनो, ऐश व इशरत बढ़ाने से क्या फायदा। आंख खोलो उठो याद रब को करो, उम्र यूं ही गंवाने से क्या फायदा। उम्र यूं ही गंवाने से क्या फायदा।
शुरू कर। Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, man? MashaAllah. कोई कहाँ से आया, कोई कहाँ से आया, somebody from somewhere, all over the place. MashaAllah, डॉक्टर बाखत साहब, मुफ्ती अबरार साहब, सबको बहुत जमा कर लिया, गैदर कर लिया। अल्लाह आप सबको जज़ाए खैर दे, कबूल फरमाए अल्लाह। आपकी थोड़ी नहीं यार, मैं नहीं इंट्रोडक्शन में खुद करूँगा। अब मुझे जानते हैं, if you don't know me, put your hand up. ये सब जानते हैं, जरूरत नहीं है, no introduction। मेरा नाम अब्दुल रहीम है, अब्दुल रहीम के बना रहीम का बंदा है। अल्लाह पाक रहम कर दे, करम कर दे, अल्लाह की मेहरबानी है, वरना सब यहीं का यहीं धरा का धरा रह जाएगा, कुछ भी काम नहीं आएगा। न माने क्या है, न दिलदार देश न जोई रहेगा, और न घर भी रहे मालो दौलत रहेगा, न कोई रहा है न कोई रहेगा, रहेगा तो जिक्र निकोई रहेगा। नहीं, जगह जी लगाने की दुनिया नहीं है, ये इबादत की जा है, तमाशा नहीं है। Nobody is lived here, nobody is going to live forever. The one who wants name and fame won't remain. The one who is ashik of mal and dawlat and wealth will not remain. The only thing that will remain is the zikr of some neek amal which we have done. May Allah give us tawfiq and accept from us. So first of all, Jazakallah khair to all of you. Jazakallah khair to Dr. Saab, Jazakallah khair to all Mufti Abrar Saab, all the organizers and everyone. Allah accept your khidmat and please. कहना है। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम, अम्मा बाद, अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाहा हक़्क़ तुक़ातिही व ला तमूतुन्ना इल्ला व अंतुम मुस्लिमून वाअतसिमू बिहब्लिल्लाहि जमीअन व ला तफ़र्रक़ू वज़्कुरू निअमतल्लाहि अलैकुम इज़ कुंतुम अअदाअन फ़अल्लफ़ बैन क़ुलूबिकुम फ़अस्बहतुम बिनिअमतिही इख़वाना व कुंतुम अला शफ़ा हुफ़रतिन मिनन नारि फ़अन्क़ज़कुम मिनहा कज़ालिक युबय्यिनुल्लाहु लकुम आयातिही लअल्लकुम तहतदून। वक़ाल तआला या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाहा व कूनू मअस्सादिक़ीन। वक़ाल तआला या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाहा वब्तगू इलैहिल वसीला वजाहिदू फ़ी सबीलिही लअल्लकुम तुफ़्लिहून। वक़ाल तआला या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाहा वक़ूलू क़ौलन सदीदा युस्लिह लकुम अअमालकुम व यग़फ़िर लकुम ज़ुनूबकुम वमन युतिइल्लाह व रसूलहु फ़क़द फ़ाज़ फ़ौज़न अज़ीमा। वक़ाल तआला या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाह वलतंज़ुर नफ़्सुम मा क़द्दमत लिग़द वत्तक़ुल्लाह इन्नल्लाह ख़बीरुम बिमा तअमलून। وقال تعالى يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وقال تعالى فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم واسمعوا وأطيعوا وأنفقوا خيرا لأنفسكم ومن يوق شح نفسه فأولئك هم المفلحون وقال تعالى واتقوا الله ويعلمكم الله والله بكل شيء عليم وقال تعالى ولقد وصينا الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم وإياكم أن اتقوا الله وقال تعالى ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا وقال تعالى ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا وقال تعالى ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويعظم له أجرا وقال تعالى إن أكرمكم عند الله يتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عليك بتقوى الله فإنه أزين لأمرك كله وقال عليه السلام اتق الله حيثما كنت وأتبع السيئة الحسنة تمحها وخالق الناس بخلق حسن وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم المسلم أخو المسلم لا يظلمه ولا يسلمه ولا يخذله ولا يحقره بحسب امرئ من الشر أن يحقر أخاه المسلم التقوى ها هنا ويشير إلى صدره 3 مرات أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقال عليه السلام ما استفاد المؤمن بعد تقوى الله عز وجل خيرا له من امرأة صالحة إن نظر إليها سرته وإن أمرها أطاعته وإن أقسم عليها برته وإن غاب عنها حفظته في نفسها وماله وقال الشاعر خل الذنوب صغيرها وكبيرها ذاك التقى واصنع كماش على أرض الشوك يحذر ما يرى لا تحقرن صغيرة إن الجبال من الحصى وقال آخر ضيعت عمرك يا مغرور في غفلي قم للتلافي فأنت اليوم في مهلي واستفرغ الدمع مما فات من زمن واندم بتوب على أيامك الهول بادر إلى صالح الأعمال مجتهدا فالنجح في الجهد والحرمان في الكسل هل اعتبرت فكم حلوا وكم رحلوا وإنما الناس في حل ومرتحل ابرأ إلى كل حب من محبته وثق بحب رسول الله واتكل فحبه العروة الوثقى لمعتبر وحبه آية الإيمان فاكتملي وحبه العروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها ولا انفصام لحبل منه متصل أحبه ولذا أرجو شفاعته إن المحب من المحبوب في أملي يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على نبيك طه سيد الرسل صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الأمي الكريم ونحن على ما قال ربنا وخالقنا ورازقنا من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الأمي نبي الرحمة كما تحب وترضى عدد ما تحب وترضى كلما ذكره الذاكرون وكلما غفل عن ذكره الغافلون اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا ومشايخنا ووفقنا لما تحب وترضى من القول والعمل وجنبنا الفواحش والمعاصي والخطايا والزلل اللهم اغفرنا ولا تغفر علينا اللهم اعطنا ولا تحرمنا اللهم اكرمنا ولا تهنا اللهم ارضنا عنك وارض عنا اللهم اصلح لنا شأننا كله لا اله الا انت مولانا. Respected elders, brothers, friends, I'm sorry if I bored you a bit. I don't normally read so many Qurani ayat and hadiths, But because most of you here are either ulama or students of ilm, and you understand the meaning of Arabic, that's why I read the Quranic ayat. Maybe I will not be able to go over all the ayat, but at least you get a flavor of the importance of taqwa. Because the topic I have been given is about taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, importance of taqwa. So we speak in the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The words of Allah are the best. They are the most comprehensive. They include everything. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put great emphasis on taqwa in various ayat. इसको ऐसा करो कुर्सी पे रख दो. Bring one chair. What is it?
It's for the ladies.
It's okay. You can put it here so his voice will go clear. If he's far, the voice doesn't go clear. Or what background noise बहुत होता है. So, the topic is about taqwa. First of all, mashallah, this program of retreat for the students of Balagh Academy is a very good program. We should have this type of get together. Because we study, we are in different areas, different countries, so maybe sometimes we don't get that feeling of togetherness which we get in a madrasa where we study on site. So online is based on necessity, where there is no other way we study online. Otherwise, the best form of study is on site, in the presence of the ustad. Because many things you learn from the movements of the ustad, by looking at the ustad, observing the ustad, staying in the company of the ustad, coming, going, interacting, questioning. And this is the best way, the suhbah. And that is the way of learning. And that is the way of sahaba and tabi'een, tabi'een. That's how we used to learn. But we live in an era where we are far away, we don't get opportunities. So, mashallah, Dr. Rafaqat Sahab and his whole team have provided this opportunity for others who are in distant lands to learn, to study, to benefit. It's a good thing, alhamdulillah. May Allah give them barakat in their endeavors and accept the khidmat of Al-Balagh Academy, take it from strength to strength, provide for them, look after them, take care of them, and reward them for their efforts. And reward you all as well, because studying is not easy peasy, it's hard. Sometimes shaitan attacks us, he tries to get the better of us. Chodo yaar ye kya padhna? What is this all gender? Is it better to come karo, job karo, paise kamao, get some money, have a nice life, luxurious life. Everybody gets these waswasas. Just the other day, one of our Mishkat students was dropping out. He said, Maulana Sahab, I've got too much tension on my head. I have to go to work during the day and then in the evening and this and that and homework and fun, I can't cope. So I'm going to take a break and I'll come back next year in September and finish my studies. I told him, once you're gone, you're not going to come back. I know this is touched by experience. This is shaitan playing with your mind. Just stick to it. Do whatever you can, however much you can. Attend however much you can. The lessons are recorded online. Do them, listen to the lessons in your own time, on weekends. But don't leave the study. Once you leave, you're gone, you won't be coming back. And that's what happens. And we hear the hadith where shaitan has his, his majlis, huge gathering. And all these shayateen and devils, they come and give the report of their activities. So shaitan keeps listening, and one lame little shaitan comes here. I was not able to do much, but this young boy was going to study and I stopped him from going to the madrasa. Shaitan jumps up and hugs him and says, you did the best job. You are the best. Because if that child had gone to study, he would have saved the iman of others as well. So it's shaitan who works on us and doesn't want us to study. So you have to fight your nafs and keep studying. So mashallah, you are doing a wonderful job. Keep it up, keep studying. And inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you that ilm which you crave for, which you want, which you need, which is necessary. Among the ayat we read, you must have heard the ayat, last ayat of Surah An-Nisa, wherein Allah said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. Have taqwa and Allah will teach you and Allah knows everything. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ. What does it mean? Both things connected means that ilm will come with taqwa. If you have taqwa, what does taqwa mean? Imtithalul awamir wajtinabun nawahi. You practice on all commands and you avoid all prohibitions. तमाम मामूरात पर अमल करना और तमाम मनहियात से बचना, ये तक़वा है. If you have that, whatever you learn, you practice, you put it into practice, then automatically Allah will open the doors of ilm. This brings to mind one hadith with Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali has quoted in Jami'ul Ulum wal Hikam. Man amila bima alima awrathahu Allahu ilma ma lam ya'lam. Whoever practices on his ilm, Allah will let him inherit the ilm of those things which he does not know. This is called ilm ladunni, ilm wahabi, which is at the end of Surah Al-Kahf. فَوَجَدَا عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا آتَيْنَاهُ رَحْمَةً مِّنْ عِنْدِنَا وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ مِنْ لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. Khazir alayhi salam was given ilm ladunni. So special ilm from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will inspire your heart with ilm, provided you lead a life of taqwa. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ. So for us students of ilm, we need to have more taqwa than others. My friend, this is against taqwa. Don't feed qibla ki taraf nahi, adab ke khilaf. ऐसा करो साइड पे बैठ जाओ और इधर पाँव, qibla की तरफ पाँव नहीं करना, कुरान शरीफ की तरफ, qibla की तरफ पाँव नहीं करना. ये अदबी है. साइड पे बैठ जाओ and you can stretch your legs as much as you want. Sit down. You can lean as well. Lean to the wall and then you can stretch your legs as much as you want, no problem. But don't lean towards qibla. Right? One of our mashayikh comes to mind, Hazrat Maulana Badri Alam Sahab Mirati, rahmatullahi alayhi. He is buried in Medina Sharif. Baqi'ul Gharqad. Now in Medina Sharif, they go round. After 6 months, they come back to this grave and the body has turned into bones, so they put another body there, bury someone else. When Hazrat Maulana Badri Alam Sahab Mirati's grave was opened, his body was as fresh as it was buried yesterday. It had not decomposed. So they closed it again. After some time, came back and the body was same. So they put a sign on there that this grave should not be opened again. So the people went to his house and inquired from his family, what was his special habit? And the family said he was an alim scholar and he spent his life here, Ashik Rasul. But one of his habits was when sitting in a majlis, he would inquire, Hafiz, are you Hafiz of Quran? He would never stretch his feet in front of someone who is Hafiz of Quran. Let alone stretching in front of Quran, he would not stretch his feet in front of someone who is Hafiz of Quran. This was one of his special features. So the Kabir Mashayikh said, perhaps because of this adab, Allah preserved his body in the qabr. This is adab. This is adab. Adab al-Majlis. In Shama'il al-Tirmidhi we read, لم يرى متقدما رجليه بين يدي جليس قط أو كما قال الصحابة. Huzur Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam was never seen, stretching his feet in front of anyone sitting in the majlis. In fact, he would not sit ahead, he would sit in the circle round. He would not try to make himself different I am big, I am different. You would be a normal, humble person, sit like anyone in a very humble manner. So, anyway, we are talking about taqwa. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. And taqwa is imtithalul ma'murat wa ijtinabun nawahi. Some definitions of taqwa are mentioned by Salaf. One of the mashhur definition is that dialogue between Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhu and Sayyidina Ubay ibn Ka'b radiyallahu anhu. When Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, who is Abi, asked Sayyidina Ubay ibn Ka'b, who was Sayyidul Ansar, and Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu used to respect him and hold him in high esteem, he would say, you are Sayyidul Mu'mineen, not only Sayyidul Ansar. And Allah had said, given him the title, Allah's Rasul had given him the title, Aqra'uhum li kitabillahi Ubay ibn Ka'b. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him once, Allah told me to read Surah Al-Bayyinah to you. And Ubay ibn Ka'b started crying with tears of joy. And he said, Allahu sammani lak. Allah mentioned my name. He said, yes, Allah took your name. He was crying with joy, and Huzur recited, لَمْ يَكُنِ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ وَالْمُشْرِكِينَ مُنْفَكِّينَ حَتَّى تَأْتِيَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَةُ. The whole surah in front of him. So he was a leader of his tribe among Ansar, a knowledgeable person. This is why Hazrat Umar made him the leader and Imam of Taraweeh in Ramzan. And he used to lead with 20 rakats of Taraweeh, not 8. And throughout the whole 10 years of Hazrat Umar's Khilafat, 20 rakats. Hazrat Usman's Khilafat, 20 rakats. Hazrat Ali's Khilafat, 20 rakats. So there is Sunnatul Khulafai Rashideen al-Mahdiyeen there, for which we have been told, Alaykum, Alaykum, Ilzamu, hold on to it, don't let go of it. Alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnatil Khulafai Rashideen. And today, people are abandoning that Sunnat of Khulafai Rashideen. Sayyidina Ubay ibn Ka'b used to lead in 20 rakats. And beautiful Qari, beautiful reciter. Sayyidina Umar told him, recite this many ayat so people's knees don't start hurting. No pain in the legs. Easy, ruku, sajda, itminan. So Hazrat Ubay ibn Ka'b is a great personality. Once, Sayyidina Umar asked him, what is taqwa? What is taqwa? And Sayyidina Ubay ibn Ka'b, an intelligent person, he said, Amirul Mu'mineen, have you ever, traveled and went through some forest in which there is a very narrow path and on both sides are thorns? He said, yes, it does happen when we are traveling smoothly, but sometimes in jungles, forests, these types of pathways come. So what did you do? So I gathered my clothes and made sure that my clothes does not get stuck in any thorns. And avoiding all the thorns, I navigated my way, and then when the road was open, we were relaxed and started walking casually. So Sayyidina Ubay ibn Ka'b said, that is taqwa. That is taqwa. Meaning, during your life, you will have lots of thorns on both sides, and you have to avoid those thorns of sins. Saghira, Kabira. This is what the Shair says. Qurtubi has narrated in his tafsir under Hudan lil-Muttaqeen الذين يؤمنون بالغيب خل الذنوب صغيرها وكبيرها ذاك التقى. Leave sins, minor and major. That is taqwa. واصنع كماش على أرض الشوك يحذر ما يرى. Be like the one who is walking on a land of thorns. He is careful of what he is seeing. لا تحقرن صغيرة إن الجبال من الحصى. Never belittle a sin, even if it's minor, because mountains are made from pebbles. When pebbles gather, stones gather, that's how mountains are made. So if you keep gathering, amassing, collecting minor sins, One day it'll become a mountain, and you'll have that mountain of sins on your shoulder. You won't have any way to get out of it. So this is definition of taqwa by Hazrat Ubay ibn Ka'b radiyallahu anhu. One quote is narrated from Sayyiduna Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu in Tafsir Khazin. التقوى أن يطاع فلا يعصى وأن يذكر فلا ينسى وأن يشكر فلا يكفر. Taqwa is Allah is obeyed, not disobeyed. Allah is remembered, not forgotten. And shukr is done, not nashukri. Gratefulness, you be grateful to Allah, never be ungrateful. So, three things. Ita'at, zikr, and shukr. فَاذْكُرُونِي يَذْكُرْكُمْ وَاشْكُرُوا لِي وَلَا تَكْفُرُونَ أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. So, first ingredient of taqwa is أَن يُطَاعَ اللَّهُ فَلَا يُعْصَى. Allah is obeyed and not disobeyed. Never disobey Allah. If you know that this is disobedient, this is a sin, this is something Allah does not like, then don't do it. Why do it when you know that Allah doesn't like it? So taqwa, first thing, important, most important thing is you be careful, you know, you understand what Allah likes, what Allah does not like. You do what He likes, you avoid what He hates. This reminds me of a story I read somewhere. The king, Emperor Nizamul Mulk, had made a university in Baghdad, Madrasa Nizamiyya. He used to spend millions on it. A large university, people studying, coming. Someone said to the king Nizamul Mulk that, you know, this Madrasa Nizamiyya which you have made, you know, you might as well close it down. Because those who are studying there, their intentions are not correct. And innamal a'malu bin niyyat. If the niyyat is not correct, then there's no point in studying. It's all dunya, 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 dunya. They're all studying for dunya. Close it down. So the king said, okay, thank you for your complaint. I will check it out myself. So next day, he changed his appearance. He made himself look like a pauper and wore torn clothes, put a little bit of black dye on his face or whatever, and unrecognizable. He went into the madrasa. Some students studying here, there. He came to this person, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my friend? Good, alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, you're studying. What is your niyyat, intention behind studying? And he said, I'm studying because my father is an imam in masjid. I can be an imam as well, make some money, good job. Imamat is a good job. Another person, why are you studying? I'm studying because my father is a qari. I want to be a qari as well. Another person, my father is a mufti. Another person, my father is a qazi. I want to be a qazi, I want to be a mufti. And they're all mentioning these reasons. Like when people go into college, uni over here, their aim is, you know, doctor, engineer, or barrister. What is the maqsad? Where will you get the most money? So you do that course, it's good. You're studying, you're paying £9,000 fees. You might as well take a course in which you can make lots of money. If you do something which is useless and you don't make any money, then your 4 or 5 years of study are wasted. So you are doing that worldly studies for the world, so you might as well do something in which you get lots of money. But with regards to deen, you can't study deen to acquire dunya. That is wrong, that is bad. So here, their intention from studying deen was dunya. So the king was losing hope, and he was saying, yeah, the shikayat was right. The complaint was correct. These people are only studying for the sake of dunya. Nobody is going class. One young student was studying some fiqh book. So he approached him and said, young man, are you studying? I was studying because if I don't study, I won't know what is halal, what is haram, what is jais, what is najais, what Allah likes, what Allah hates. So I won't be able to practice properly. So if I study properly, then I do what is right, I avoid what is wrong, I do what Allah likes, I avoid what Allah hates, and I can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make Him happy with me. This is why I'm studying. I don't have any other motive. He said, mashallah, mashallah, jazakallah, thank you very much, young man. And he left. Next day, he gathered the whole university in the auditorium, and everybody was there. Now he came in his original condition. And he said, you must have seen that beggar pauper yesterday come in the university, go around and ask questions. And yes, we did. Well, that was me. I got this complaint. I came to check around, and all of you are, studying for the sake of dunya. Your niyat is not correct. And I was, losing hope. But one student gave the right answer. And because of that one student, I'm going to keep spending the millions on the university. If it was not for that one student, I would have closed down the university. And he said, that young student, call him over, and he said, this is the young student who gave this answer. And that young student went on to become Imam Ghazali. इनको बड़ा बनना है, वो पहले से बचपन ही से उनकी हिम्मत और हौसले बड़े होते हैं. तो in studying as well, you need taqwa. And yuta'a fala yusa. Always keep in mind, I'm studying because I can obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and avoid Allah's disobedience. Second thing is taqwa. Ibn Mas'ud said, and yudhkara fala yunsa. Allah is remembered, not abandoned. Today, we have abandoned Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have forgotten Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How much zikr do we do? How much zikr did we do in the last 24 hours? Last 7 days? Last month? Last year? Check out. Our 24-hour day, our life, should be revolving around Allah's zikr. The 5-time namaz is for Allah's zikr. Because namaz starts with Allahu Akbar, Takbir al-Tahrima, and finishes with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Starts with Allah's name, finishes with Allah's name. And in between is Allah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Rabbana lakal hamd. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد اللهم إني ظلمت نفسي ظلما كثيرا. So the whole namaz is for Allah's zikr. There's no other motive in salah besides Allah's zikr. So we remember Allah. And this is why all 5 namaz are not at once, one time of the day. They have been divided into 5 time sections. They have time. So when we wake up in the morning, we remember Allah first. We've gone to work, we've done a little bit of work for our daily bread, and it's now afternoon's while. We remember Allah, thank Allah for the job. और उसके बाद शाम होने वाली है, सूरज ढलने वाला है, again remember Allah. सूरज डूब गया, sun has set, again remember Allah. Before going to sleep, the last thing you should do should be your Isha namaz. Pray your Isha namaz, remember Allah. Roza is for لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So we remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We remember Allah's hukam with regards to our duty. Remember the poor people. Remember those who are going through extreme hunger and thirst, especially in Palestine at the moment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove their sufferings, grant them relief, bring ease upon them. We keep fast so we can remember them. Zakat, so we remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, spend in the path of Allah. Hajj, فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَذِكْرِكُمْ آبَاءَكُمْ
أو أشد ذكرا فإذا أفضتم من عرفات فاذكروا الله عند المشعر الحرام واذكروه كما هداكم واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات. Whole Hajj is for zikrullah. This is why among our Kabir, Hazrat Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi has written that the whole Shariat Khulasa is for zikrullah. All Ahkam Shariat are for zikrullah, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why Ibn Mas'ud saying, أَن يُذْكَرَ فَلَا يُنْسَى. Taqwa is that you remember Allah. You do not forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you forgot Allah, that means you don't have taqwa. You abandon Him, you put Him behind your back. فَنَبَذُوهُ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ وَاشْتَرَوْا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. The Yahud threw away their book behind their back. We're not practicing on this book, we'll do what we want to do. وَاشْتَرَوْا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. And Quran, Allah said, وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. हाय कुरान को लोगों ने छोड़ दिया, अबैंडन किया। उस जमाने में हुजूर से कह रहा है कि लोग कुरान को जैसा अटेंशन देना चाहिए नहीं दे रहे हैं। हालांकि सहाबा को बहुत अटेंशन देते थे, लेकिन दूसरे लोग जो नहीं मानते थे, जो did not used to believe, मुशरिकीन, कुफार, मुनाफिकीन, the reference is towards them. اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. So we don't want to be like them by abandoning Quran Sharif, abandoning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. तो उधर से बैठ जाओ, उनको तकलीफ होगी। So ये أن يذكر فلا ينسى. The more zikr we do, the more taqwa we will have. The less our zikr, the less taqwa. Because taqwa is, second thing Ibn Mas'ud said, أن يذكر فلا ينسى. Do zikr of Allah, zikr of Allah, zikr. As much zikr as possible. After every salah, tasbihat Fatima, azkar, special azkar, awrad, mentioned in hadith. So read those azkar and awrad. And this is a yuzkar of life. After that, zikr, increase your amount of zikr. Get bayat to some shaykh, and according to their instructions, increase your level of zikr. The more zikr you do, the better. The closer you will be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our mashayikh, they used to teach us zikr. We do 12 tasbih, 12 tasbih zikr. I went in America, I'm talking about 1988, 87. But I went there for Tarawih in Ramadan. So after Zohar, I used to do my zikr. La ilaha illallah, 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 Allah, 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 Allah. So there was many Arab friends there. So there was this friend from Libya. His name was Ali. So in Zohar, sometimes I would be alone. Sometimes Ali and few friends might come, 2-3 friends. In Maghrib Isha Masjid would be full. But in Zohar, very few people, everybody is working. So when I would do zikr after Zohar, Ali would sometimes sit with me. One day he said to me, you know this zikr you are doing, Allah, 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 Allah. My grandma used to do this zikr, but she used to say, Allah hay, Allah hay, Allah hay, Allah hay, Allah hay. So I said, zikr is everywhere. Our mashayikh did not innovate anything. It's all over the world, everybody does zikr. The more zikr you do, the closer you will be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is method of zikr. The maqsad is to remember Allah and get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the aim. That's the aim of zikr. What method? Zikr sirri, zikr jahri, zikr qalbi, zikr ijtima'i, zikr infiradi, all types of zikr. Shariat will not do muzahamat in the way of zikr, but do zikr, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stay within the framework of Sharia. Don't do something that Sharia does not allow. So, I use zikr. Do zikr. Do zikr of Allah. Mashayikh sometimes say zikr of Allah with your breath, which is called pass and fast. Every breath is with zikr. You're lying down, trying to sleep, you can't sleep. Breathe is going inside, Allah, coming out, exhaling, who? Inhaling Allah, exhaling who? Allah, who? Allah, who? Allah, who? My Shaykh Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahab, may Allah enlighten his grave, elevate his ranks in Jannah. He told me this. He said, do this fast and fast 10 minutes a day. After some time, he said, increase to 15 minutes a day. And then he said, do it 20 minutes a day. And then he said, now you can do it as often as possible throughout the whole day. Only two instances where you shouldn't do fast and fast. One is during Salat, because in Salat, you should be focused on your Salat, on what you're reading, and not to fast and fast. And secondly is when you're relieving yourself, istinja. At that time, you shouldn't do it. At other times, do keep doing the zikr qalbi with your breathing, fast and fast. And that's ajib. Even when you're just sitting, right, and your fast and fast keeps flowing. So even when you're not doing anything, your zikr is flowing. This is called, zikr qalbi, zikr with your breath. And this is unused karafana. And the hadith says, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يذكر الله على كل أحيانه. हर वक्त हुजूर का जिक्र जारी रहता है. All the time he was busy in zikr. Hazrat Shaykhul Islam Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani rahmatullahi alayhi used to sometimes chew pan जानते हैं ना, beetle मुंह में रखते हैं, चबाते हैं. हमारे बांग्लादेशी भाई बहुत पान खाते हैं. So he used to chew pan. So it would be a big pan, he would be chewing, and he would say this pan is amazing. It keeps us busy in zikr with pass and fast. Because whilst you're chewing, you can't talk. So during the chewing of the pan, the zikr is flowing with the breathing. And Hazrat Shaykhul Islam Rahmatullah used to say that, the hadith says, when azan is called out, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Shaitan runs away. Up to Rabza, 36 miles. He can't stand the azan. So Shaykh said, when a person has Allah in his heart, and his heart is busy in Allah's zikr, Shaitan is terrified of approaching him. Allah. He's scared to death. If I go near him, he will say, one la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, and that hammer will blow on my brain and crush my brain. So he said, iske paas nahi jane, just stay away from him. Because your heart is busy in zikr. So when you're busy in Allah's zikr, even Shaitan runs away from you. This is unused karafala yunsa. To have taqwa, the second thing is you need to have unused karafala yunsa. Always do zikr of Allah, remember Allah, never forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And third thing he said was, yushkara fala yukfar. Shukr is done, now shukr is not done. Always ponder over the ni'mats of Allah and be grateful to Allah. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My Hazrat, Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahab Nawwarallahu Maqadahu, taught us some muraqabas. For example, muraqabah ma'iyyat of Allah. وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير لا تحزن إن الله معنا فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها. And other places, كلا إن معي ربي سيهدين وهو معهم إذ يبيتون ما لا يرضى من القول إلا هو معهم أينما كانوا ثم ينبئهم بما عملوا يوم القيامة ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد ونحن أقرب إليه منكم ولكن لا تبصرون. This معية استهزار. ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى. This istihzar. This is called muraqabah of ma'iyyat. You close your eyes and 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you just concentrate that Allah is with me, Allah is watching me, Allah is looking at me, Allah is looking at every move of mine, Allah is hearing every word which I utter. You ponder over that, contemplate. This is called muraqabah ma'iyyat. Muraqabah of Allah being with us. Allah being close to us. Now remember, don't take the meaning of hulul in there, or don't take the wrong meanings of wrong aqidah, where people will try to attack you and say, oh, this person is, wrong aqidah. No. How is Allah's ma'iyyat? People object on this ma'iyyat because in their mind they have a set physique of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Body, Allah की body, tajseem, jismaniyat, वो tajseem की तरफ mind है. Because of that tajseem and leaning towards the tajseem, they say no, Allah is not close to you, Allah is on the arsh. He is istawa ala al-arsh. We say, okay, istawa ala al-arsh. There are 8 ayat of istawa ala al-arsh in the Quran. And what is istawa ala al-arsh? Kama yaliqu bi shanihi. As it befits His Majesty. His istiwa ala al-arsh, we don't go into detail of His istiwa. This is what Imam Malik said. Al-istiwa'u ma'lumun, wal-kayfiyyatu majhulun, wal-imanu bihi wajibun, was-su'alu anhu bid'atun, wa ma uraka illa mubtadi'an. Ukhruj anhu. Go away from here. I'm not going to let you see in my life. Why are you asking this question? This question is a bid'at itself. Don't ask about the kayfiyyat of istiwa. That means don't delve into that kayfiyyat, hawiyyat. So we don't delve into the kayfiyyat of istiwa al-arsh, and you shouldn't delve into the kayfiyyat of ma'iyyat. You are only confusing people's minds because you have a certain body of Allah. You see Allah sits on the throne. Sitting will require thighs, legs, feet. You see Allah has fingers. You see Allah has eyes. You've given Him the whole body. Na'uzubillah. Allah doesn't have a body. Allah is the creator of all the bodies. So, because your mentality is of that type, that's why you say that Allah can't be close to people, He can't be everywhere, He is on the throne only. So, don't go down that line. Just keep both nusus on their side. Nusus of istiwa, nuzul, yanzilu rabbuna, keep it on there. Whatever Allah means by it, He knows best. Sufyan Thawri, Abdullah ibn Mubarak, Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hasan, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, they all said regarding this, Amir Ruha kama ja'at. Take these nusus forward as they come. Don't delve into their ta'wil. So, don't do ta'wil of istiwa and don't do ta'wil of ma'iyyat. His ma'iyyat, His qurb, kama yaliqu bi shanihi. You know, sometimes people say, everywhere. I was thinking yesterday, someone asked me this question the other day. And I was thinking, this is a muhawara phrase, right? They say, mashallah, Dr. Rifaqat Sahib is everywhere. 1 minute he's there, second minute he's there. 1 minute he's in Bradford, then he's in Leicester, then he's in London, then he's in America, then he's in Europe. So when we say he's everywhere, meaning his presence and his whatever work he's doing is everywhere. He's very active. You can see his work everywhere. This is a muhawara. So when we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere, we don't mean He's everywhere physically. So there is no question of saying that, na'uzubillah, what they say, is he in the toilet? So astaghfirullah, this is biyah. This is disrespect in the court of Allah. How can you ask such a silly question? How can you disrespect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You don't understand the meaning of Allah's ma'iyyat and His love to His creation, and then you object on that. First try and understand. And this is from Salaf Salihin. These people only 100 years ago. What about 1300 years before? Nobody objected on that. They said istiwa ala al-arsh, and you read all the shuruhat of Bukhari, Tirmizi, Nasai, Ibn Majah, all the tafasir, Qurtubi, Nawawi, Ibn Hajar, they're all Ash'aira. They all, talk about these in their shuruhat, and they say these nusus are on Zahir as well, these nusus are on Zahir as well. Some will do ta'wil. We respect and accept whatever they say. So don't try to enforce upon us your own views. We say Allah's ma'iyyah is kama yaliqu bi shani. We don't know how. Right? It's not physical. Like Sheikh is sitting close to me and Qari Naeem is far away from me. So Sheikh is close to me, Naeem is at a distance. So because we have bodies, this is our qurb. Allah does not have a body. So Allah's qurb and ma'iyyat is kama yaliqu bi shanihi, as it fits Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why? What's the problem in there? So, anyhow, when you have that zikr of Allah, you get that istihzar, qurb, ma'iyyat. This is one muraqabah of ma'iyyat, which Hazrat used to tell us to do. That Allah is close to me, Allah is with me, Allah is present, Allah is with me, Allah is watching me. Then a second muraqabah he used to teach us was muraqabah dua. Sometimes just close your eyes and in your muraqabah, contemplation, make dua. Now this thing is also a deep amazing muraqabah. Muraqabah. More in muraqabah, you have to sit motionless, quiet, complete silence. And then, contemplate and focus. One Buzurg, Hazrat Maulana Shafari Thanvi Rahmatullah has written that one of the Mashayikh says, I learned muraqabah from a billi. Cat. A cat says muraqabah. How do you learn muraqabah from a cat? And he said, when a cat wants to catch a mouse, it sits motionless. Looks like there's some ornament or stone or a piece of wood there. And the mouse comes out of the hole and it peeps here and there. And it sees there's no movement. And then when it's, suddenly it's content that there's nobody there, it comes out. And as soon as it comes out, the cat pounces on it. So in order to catch the mouse, the cat has to sit motionless. Similarly, our nafs is like that mouse. And in order to capture our nafs and bring it under control, we have to sit motionless. The less harkat and movement you make, the stronger your muraqabah. The more movements you make, your mind will drift away. This is why in tashahhud, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Hazrat Malikiyya say tahriqul isbah. You move the finger. But Hanafiyya, Shafi'iyya, Hanabila say no movement of the finger. Hazrat Shaykh Rahmatullah is narrated in Awjazul Masalik from Qazi Abu Bakr ibn al-Arabi Rahmatullah alayhi, who is Maliki. And he said the call of Jumhur is stronger over here because you can't repel shaitan by shaking the finger, you can repel him by sitting motionlessly. The more sakin you are, the more shaitan will stay away from you. And the more movements you make, the more closer he will come to you. So Ibn al-Arabi al-Maliki has given tarjih to Adami Tahriqul Isbah. So, in muraqabah, you have to sit motionless and then contemplate. First muraqabah, what Hazrat taught us, muraqabah of ma'iyyat. Second muraqabah of muraqabah dua. Where in your muraqabah, you close your eyes, without moving your tongue, you make dua. And how to make dua? First you make dua for yourself, because I am in need of most. Allah forgive me, Allah have mercy on me, Allah fulfill my needs, Allah give me tawfiq to do good amal, to behave properly, give me taqwa and parhezgari and khawf khuda. You make this dua for yourself. And then you make dua for your family members, your parents, your wife, your children, your brothers. And then you broaden that dua